Coach, when you guys have a week to chew on a loss like Friday, do you kind of notice more of a sense of urgency from the guys to get back out there and, rather not have a week to chew on that loss?
Well, we saw it yesterday. I mean, we got back together in group work, and guys got after it, which was a good sign. There's no pouting. Guys are mad and disappointed, but you have a week like this, let's prepare. And, the one term I use is we got to sharpen our sword because we have some great games ahead of us. But, we got to make sure that doesn't happen again.
What was your message to the guys coming off that loss? Just about, obviously, had a run. Some of it, like you alluded to some of it today in the first half, but then you fought your way back.
Yeah, there's just tale of two halves. The fight and the approach we had in the second half is what we needed against a really good team for 40 minutes. Honestly, that was, I didn't say as nicely, I guess, but, it's just with an older team that we have, it's unacceptable not to be ready to play on the road against a really good team who has already beaten you. And the emphasis on having a level of urgency to go on the road in the A-10 and win games has to be at an all-time high. And we got to, it's disappointing how well we played against Richmond and then have a lack of urgency to play against a team that already beat us at Rhode Island. And give credit to Rhode Island. I mean, they're having a great season. They have some great players. Coach Cox has done a great job putting his spin on that program, and they took it to us, and that's what's disappointing. But the best thing about having a day like that is we get to play again, and we got to be ready to go.
Coach, can you talk about what has clicked for Rhoades?
Well, he's just talented with the basketball. He's making shots for us more than anything. I think that's what helps. And when you make a couple of shots, you become more confident with the basketball. And he's just more comfortable. He's more familiar with what we need him to do. He's confident in doing that. He knows, I want him to be aggressive. But, when you're a freshman and you're playing out there and you're making shots and making some plays, it's just the confidence and familiar with what's going on. And then it's more natural. And I think everyone's seeing that.
Do you believe in bad matchups, or do you believe rather in matchup challenges that require a different level or style of preparation?
It's challenges. Sometimes these guards are better, or bigs are better, or the way a team plays. But I mean that's we play 31 games in the regular season. Every game is different. Every matchup's different. Some are harder or not to our advantage than others, but you gotta figure it out. So I don't believe like you have to change everything. You gotta make some changes. You gotta make some adjustments. But we're pretty good too. And when we're playing really really hard and sharing the basketball and not turning it over, we're a hard team to beat as well.
What does facing Rhode Island now twice and Dayton once? You've got big games, Dayton, Richmond again, St. Louis, which is another big front court. Lessons from those first three games that you can translate.
Well,
to
number one, you
you
can't turn the ball over, and you taking good shots and taking great shots and not turning the ball over are crucial against teams like that. But then guarding their guards, and then of course rebounding. We got to rebound. Our guards got to rebound better. We can't just let Santos and a couple other big guys get all the rebounds. We have to have more of an urgency to rebound the ball 1 through 5.
Fair to say that Davidson is a better team than its record might indicate?
Oh, absolutely. And then they've played very well the last 2 weeks. So, they've had some injuries that has affected them. And now you can see them sort of hitting their stride the way they played the other night against UMass at home. I mean, they're hitting their stride. So we got our hands full. But, hey, that's this conference.
To what do you attribute, the kind of opponent runs that you saw, against Dayton, like a 22-0 run, or against Rhode Island, 17-2? What I guess happens during those types of runs where, you saw things kind of get away from you in those 2 games?
Turnovers, bad shots, missed defense assignments, and then hanging your head. You hang your head against a really good team. That 4-0 run turns into a 12-0 run, and you have to fight. Like I say it all the time, you got to fight like crazy. You got to move on to the next play. But taking care of the basketball, taking good shots, having an urgency to stop a run instead of hanging your head. That's key to us.
I know we've asked you about the schedule before, there's nothing you can do about it, but does it seem like it's more spread out this year? Like you have a little more downtime between every game? Because I don't know, I can
No,
remember
no.
last time you and Richmond have the same bye week off in the middle.
No, we don't make the A-10 schedule, so I'm not sure about that. You're gonna have a couple bye games. You know, for us, it's been a little different because we've been going a lot of Tuesdays, Fridays. But no, I mean, we had a lot, you know, in December was a long month for us because the way we created the schedule, but the A-10 schedule it is what it is. It just, every week, 2 teams have a bye, so I don't know how to answer that one.
When they still manage to get 18 games in though, it just seems to me that it seems like there's more time between games. Maybe as a staff, you guys don't feel that way, but it.
No, not at all. I mean, I don't even know what the date is today. What's the 5th? 4th? I mean, honestly, it's been a whirlwind with the schedule. And with us playing Tuesdays and Fridays a lot, you know, you don't have that Sunday off for the guys to recharge their week and all that. And so it's been a buzzsaw.
You mentioned kind of sharpening the sword for the backstretch. Just kind of two-parter. What do you take away from, I guess, the biggest takeaway from the first 9, 18 games, and what do you need to see down the stretch? Again, mentioning that big stretch you have where you have Richmond, Dayton, St. Louis. What do you need to see down the back?
Yeah, well, we got to win. You know, I mean, the crazy thing about it is we're 16-6, and a lot of teams in the country would love to be 16-6. We're 16-6, and I think we can be so much better. I think we can play a lot better. I think we could lead better. You know, our offense has improved a lot from last year, but it's not as consistent as we want it to be. Our defense isn't as good as last year, and there are little things that I know we can get better at. So as a coach, you're racking your brains to try to get your defense to where you think it can need to be, and continue to improve the offense. So that's, you know, somebody said to me the other day, it's like, Coach, you guys are really good, and I'm like, yeah, we're good, really good or great. We could get there, but you know, we got some tough ones ahead of us that we got to get to that level to win those games.
You mentioned just win, but do you guys as a staff kind of look at, okay, we have these many quadrant 1 games left, we need to kind of take advantage of these opportunities, or just kind of straightforward, like we need to.
Yeah, I don't reevaluate all that stuff every day. All it's going to do is drive you crazy because you can't control it. Well, you can, and you've heard me say this before. Let's win today. Let's have an unbelievable practice so we're better, and the momentum goes into Friday's game with 3 great practices. That's my mentality the whole time. Last year we had that mentality a lot, and we got better and better as the year went on. That's still my MO right now with our guys. Let's continue to get better here. The process of getting better can't get old, and then you don't worry about the game or the result. You're trying to play to your standard, and that's a key for us right now. Let's continue to try to improve and get better, and if we do that, we're a pretty good team.
With the 2 big lineups, again, we've seen that more often last few games. You started Corey on Friday. That's something you expect to do more often, or is that more a matchup thing? Or?
A little bit of both, you know, but it doesn't matter if they get in foul trouble. If they're not producing or getting in foul trouble, then we got to find different lineups. Now, the good thing is we can play either way, and Vince should be back soon, so that gives us another option there. But a big lineup should really clean the glass. A big lineup should protect the rim. If it doesn't, then we got to find other ways. The one thing is when we do go small, that 4-man, you know, we can spread the floor, and there's more driving lanes. There's more space for guys to operate, so we could, you know, choose it either way. But if we're going to play the big's got to defend the rim and rebound for sure.
How's Malik coming off that wrist injury?
Pretty good. So yeah, he's doing his rehab through it, but he's been fine.
Overall, are you guys kind of getting as healthy as you'd like to see? With Vince on his way back, you know.
No, I mean we just got bumps and bruises now, and when Vince getting back, you know, it's just everybody's going through it this time of year. So I don't think we're not close to 100, but we're sure not, you know, in a bad place.
How is Vince progressing? Is he like maybe a couple weeks away still? Or?
I would hope we'll know more here in the next couple of days if he'll be ready to go Friday. So he'll do more today, and won't jump into practice today, but hopefully maybe he might here before we get to Friday.
Talk a little bit about preparedness, with the experienced group and things like that. Having such a upperclassman heavy group this year, are your coaching methods different between games, like the way you stress things and kind of emphasize things a little bit different? How do you kind of go about maybe reiterating this type of thing with an experienced group like that?
Well, we have an experienced group with the numbers of seniors, but we have a lot of young guys that are playing. So, you gotta sort of balance that. I think for the older guys, sometimes saving some of their legs and saving their legs and making sure they're really fresh and giving more reps right now to a lot of the underclassmen. But we just don't change how we do things in practice and our prepping, because I think that really works. I think our guys really learn the game and build on their basketball IQ the way we prepare for opponents. The cerebral part of the game, I think that really helps them. So we don't change from then, and you can always continue to keep learning. So that part of it, preparing for teams, we're going to always do that at a high level and do it every day. But at this time of the year, there's certain things with an older team you do, and there's certain things we put the younger guys in to get more of the reps, just depending on how we're going about it.
With the small lineups, I know you played Jaren more before with Vince out. What do you like? You make some nice plays in the second half, right?
Yeah, he just plays really hard. It's amazing what happens when you listen and you play really hard. You make plays, you're in the right place, the ball finds you, and he's just getting better and better. He works really hard. So yeah, his energy and his physicality really helps us.
What are the biggest keys against Grady and Goodmanson?
Yeah. They're just very, very good players. Coach McKillop runs a great system, and they're fun to watch. When you're scouting them, as you're watching, you also say, wow, that's impressive. They just really play the right way, all 5 guys on the court. But those 2 guys just, they're upperclassmen, but they're just very talented players, especially with the ball in their hands. They know how to play, sort of make the game easy. Grady can get rolling, and they really screen for him and get him open. And he can make a lot of threes, but he can put the ball on the floor and really read screens well. And then Goodmanson is, he steers all of that. He can get 10 assists, but he also can get 25 points, and he runs the show. He does a great job telling everybody where to go. But when they need big plays, he does that. So that's what you do. You're 2 older, best players. Those guys are very capable of winning games themselves and pulling their teammates along, and I have a feeling that that's what they're doing now too.
Anything else, guys?
All right, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.